What's going on? It's Peter and I'm back again for another daily video. In this one I want to talk about noob gains and what exactly they are. So basically noob gains are when you start the gym and you're basically untrained, so you've never really built any appreciable amount of muscle mass, which means you've got a lot of potential for muscle growth because muscle growth isn't linear, it slows down. So the maximum you could expect to gain in your first year would be around £2 a month, and that's if you're doing everything really bang on. So that's like £24 a year. Every year after that, if you're still doing things right, you're gonna gain about half the amount you did the year before. So it's gonna be 12 and 6 and 3, then 1.5, and then it gets into like um, minuscule amounts of muscle. So with that said, you have so much potential to grow muscle in your first few years, your first year especially. You need to be using that time wisely and really giving it all you've got, because if you do that, you're going to set yourself up for success in the gym, and you're going to really milk your noob gains. So like imagine it's a sponge, you want to get all the water out of it, you don't want to leave any to waste. And you see a lot of guys in the gym, they've just started but they're not really progressing. It's not because they're not applying the principles to muscle growth. So obviously you need to be applying a progressive overload, which means you need to be getting stronger. If you're a novice, you can get stronger. You can get stronger from session to session. So that means you could be increasing the weight once, twice a week if you're training right, if you're eating right, and you are sleeping right. Your rest is on point. If you're doing all that stuff, you can get stronger every session. And because you're a novice, it means that you can actually increase the weight sequentially and continue to build. You don't have to. There's no need to stagnate until you actually stagnate. Okay, when the time comes for you to stall, let it. But for the first 6 months, you could probably increase the weight every session, and that means you're increasing the intensity. You don't have to. You don't have to do anything with the reps. You don't have to do anything with the sets. You don't have to do anything with the rest time. Training as a novice is very simple. There's less variables in each change, whereas if you're an advanced lifter, you have to be constantly monitoring your recovery, your stress, and you have to provide a new and novel stimulus to make that progression, because it's much harder. Since you're a novice, all you have to do is keep increasing the weight for that first 6 months, initially, okay, and you want to increase the weight obviously in a safe and controlled manner. You want to do it with bang on technique. You don't want to be accruing any pain, but if you're doing that, then you should have no problem putting on muscle. Okay, so eat eat a lot, sleep a lot, and train a lot, which doesn't mean for hours on end. It means when you are in the gym, when you've got that hour, you've got that hour and a half, use it to your maximum, which means you need to be focusing on heavy compound movements such as bench press, squat, deadlift, chin up, pull up, a row, an overhead press, some sort of variation of that. And you want to do these movements because they allow you to lift a lot of weight and they have a great potentiality for progression. So you don't want to be focusing on accessory movements, because there's only so much muscle you can put on your biceps, okay? Whereas you want to focus on like an overhead press where you can target like your shoulders, upper chest, triceps, and it's going to build, has a whole lot more potential for muscularity, okay? So as a novice, just try to get stronger every time you go into the gym, okay? And keep doing this until you start to stall. Don't just accept the stalling. Keep going until it happens you, okay? So you want to push yourself as to a relative degree that's obviously safe, and you're not going to hurt yourself, and you're going to remain injury free, but you're going to use this crazy really potential for muscle growth. You're going to use it to your best ability, and you're going to reap those noob gains, because enjoy them, because it doesn't last, okay? So if you gain 20 pounds in your first year, you're probably going to gain 10 the next year and 5. So you can see crazy body transformations when you're a beginner and you have no prior experience at the gym, okay? So use it wisely, enjoy it, and go hard. And that's all for this one. Just wanted to give a shout out because I know most people who go to the gym, 95% of people will never get past the novice stage, and that's cool. So most people watching this probably new. With that said, eat a lot, sleep a lot, and train hard, okay? Don't forget progressive overload and focus on your heavy compound movements. So that's all for today. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace.